finding a particular kind of object-oriented programming solution. So the question goes thus. Let me go to my LinkedIn. I've yet to post this before I send the solution. So this is what it is. The challenge is define a class named students. Students have two attributes. It's going to be the name and the ID number. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to create two student objects out of this class. The objects will be name will come out as the names will come out as Ekemini Otu, ID number as 173, and also name also Edidiong Udoh, ID number 183. So you're going to print their names whenever you try to create the object itself from these particular attributes. Okay. So the hint I'm giving you is just like you're going to use an init method. You're also going to create your own as well. You're going to create your own. So I'm giving you a hint here. So the expected output is whenever you instantiate your classes or you create your object, it should come out only the names of this particular uh, class that you just did. So you're going to have the output as only the names will come out. So let's go to the code and let me explain how I got to do this. First of all, you know when it comes to object-oriented programming, it has to do with the creating of objects. And right now we're looking at the class. They say that the class is more of like a blueprint in which you want to build. So right now we've created the init method, which I gave you as an hint, and we're going to create it and default. And I'm using the Jupyter Lab right now, and it's a notebook right now. So you can see this is the cell, and it comes here the name and the ID on the ID number, the things you're creating, and the attributes you're creating here. So you see the self.name equals to name and the self.number equals to ID underscore number, so that anything you impute here is going to be used as an attribute on its own here. So what we finish, when we finish that, we're going to create the student object that's instantiating the class itself by trying to say, okay, let the first object be known as first underscore student, be descriptive enough, equals to call out the name of the class, in which here it is the student, and you put in the values here, which is this is the name and this is also the number. Remember, it has two, the name and the number itself. So I also have a second student. Remember, the question I needed two outputs from first and second student. So I have another student here, which is Edidiong Udoh, and the number here is 183. And here I go by trying to print it out. And remember, we are not printing the number, we only want the name. So we are going to say print, and we call out the name of the object in which we instantiated, which is the first underscore student dot name only, dot name, because this is the attribute that we created here, which is the dot name itself. We only want the name, and also the print the second student the dot name. So this is going to be the output, and by the time we run this, if I run this now, you're going to see it's going to give me a Ekemini Otu and a Edidiong Udoh. Please feel free to like the video, and also you can also subscribe, because I'll be dropping a lot of content that has to do with Python challenges and also object-oriented programming from the very scratch. So this is the first class work we are doing for the object-oriented programming. Another time I'm going to post another one, and also there will be a link to my Twitter page. You can also follow that as well for your wonderful, wonderful content as well. And also follow me on LinkedIn, and you can send a message for any of your problems that you have in Python programming. And we could also work on projects that will actually change the world. Thank you very much, and that will be all for today. If you have any questions, put it in the comment sections, and or you can send me a message or as well. Thank you very much, and bye for now.